Oh, a microphony.
And a phony at the mic.
Quiet, numbskulls, I'm broadcasting.
The Doctor of Discernment is now online.
You know, much like my show, in that it's a local reaction to things that are happening on a federal level.
Dispensing a daily dose of common sense. No prescription required.
Wow, do I have a boatload of stuff for you, from the crazy to the absurd. Let's start getting into it because, I mean, it is bizarro world out there. And I say, if it's obvious to me, should be obvious to everybody. Oh, wow. Who could have seen this coming?
This is the Fourth Hour with Greg Belfrage.
Hold on to your butts.
Broadcasting from my basement bunker beneath Kettle Radio. Welcome to the Fourth Hour. It is really great to have you along. I want to wish you a happy Thanksgiving. I'll be on the air tomorrow, but just in case you are getting wrapped up in things already, because I'm noticing that already, that folks are, so we get close to holidays, you know, phone calls go down, engagement goes down, and I totally understand that. So I want to wish you a very happy Thanksgiving. There is some big news this morning. Ukraine agreeing to a U.S. peace proposal. So the Ukrainians have agreed to the peace deal. There are some minor details to be sorted out, but they have agreed to a peace deal. This is according to one official. Let's dive into this story. ABC News had it, and an official. Ukraine supports the essence of a framework for peace following talks with the United States in Geneva, but there are always issues that remain. Carolyn Levitt said today there are a few delicate but not insurmountable details that must be sorted out, which will require further talks between Ukraine, Russia, and the U.S., she said. So this is looking good. The U.S. Army Secretary met with Russian diplomats on Monday to update them on the talks. And things look. This is a story from the Jerusalem Post. Trump's original 28-point peace plan caused a significant amount of concern. I think they've whittled that down, if I saw correctly. Yeah, is it a 19-point plan now? So they've whittled it down, but it looks like we're going to see that, and it's amazing. You hop on, you know, I searched Ukrainian peace to see what news stories would come up, because to me that's big news, right? It looks like they got a framework of a deal, and Ukraine has agreed, and what do we see? The raw story. Marco Rubio kills Ukraine peace plan to keep the dollars flowing. Letters to the editor. Trump's Ukraine peace plan might as well be called the Ukraine surrender plan. Europe has squandered opportunities for peace in Ukraine. You have got to go down, 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 down. Mediaite, excuse me, sorry. Mediaite is the only place that even comes close. Ukraine agrees to U.S. brokered peace deal, but Zelensky says much work lies ahead. Zelensky always says that. It's the Jerusalem Post. So you search for this, and I don't use Google News because Google News is trash as far as I'm concerned. I use DuckDuckGo when I search, and it's just amazing the way the media reports on these stories. So that's big news this morning. Also, I was on the President's True Social account, and he had a chart. The chart below shows a clear chronological pattern. Trump 1.0, almost no inflation. Biden, runaway inflation. Trump 2.0, low inflation. Media conclusion, Trump's created an affordability crisis. Yeah. And then when you see the graph, it really, Trump rate, and especially near the end of his first term, boom, inflation just drops. So it takes, even in his first term, it took some time to get a handle on this, right? I think it's one of the things for us to keep in mind during the president's second term. And then it shows just immediate spikes during inflation or during Biden's term, and then down, and then Trump coming in. And, because inflation was so high, now, very, very difficult to get a handle on it. What else did the president had a number of things on True Social that caught my eye. He's after Rand Paul again, Senator Rand Paul. And he's talking about the phone call that he had with President Xi of China, saying we discussed many topics, including Ukraine, Russia, fentanyl, soybeans, and other farm products. We have done a good and very important deal for our great farmers. It will only get better. Our relationship with China is extremely strong, he says. And this is a follow-up to them meeting in Korea a few weeks ago. Oh, he was pointing out Congressman Tim Burchett was great today on Fox and Friends, a classic. His take on Marjorie Taylor Brown was 100% perfecto. Way to go. And he wasn't unkind to Marjorie Taylor Greene. I just think that's one of those stories that too much has been made of it. So I was scrolling along on X. I just wanted to see what was going on X. So I pop over on X and I'm scrolling down. Elon Musk is on fire this morning, and he's talking about judges. And he's saying he had a number of posts reacting to judges. He said the standard for judges should be the same as any job. If they have a track record of making many terrible decisions, not a few isolated incidents, they should be asked to resign. It's not that complicated. I think a lot of these things shouldn't be complicated, but we have people who work to protect themselves and make it very, very complicated. Also, libs of TikTok. Gavin Newsom spent $450 million in taxpayer dollars for a new 911 system. They just announced they're scrapping it because the design was a total failure. $450 million down the drain. The only thing Newsom excels at is wasting tax dollars on bad projects. Here's Elon Musk again. There must be accountability for judges. He was responding to a Daily Mail story, growing fury at a Chicago judge who freed a career criminal with 72 arrests and is now accused of setting a Christian woman on fire on the plane. Just there, Mark Kelly. There's a lot of stuff here regarding Mark Kelly. Oh, here's what I saw. Scott Jennings. This is what I wanted to share with you. I love Scott Jennings from CNN. So Jennings says, and he shows a chart, 21st century president own party approval. And at this point in term 2, George W. Bush, 78%. Barack Obama, 78%. Donald Trump approval second term, 87%. So among his own party, among Republicans, Donald Trump at 87% approval. And Scott Jennings, he made another great comment. He is, his commentary is worth paying attention to. Scott Jennings. He said, let me tell you what the opposite of a lame duck is. When you withdraw your endorsement of someone and it ends their career within days. So you know who he's talking about, right? Marjorie Taylor Greene. Because Trump withdraws his endorsement, says, and then goes after her. You know, not only is he not endorsing her, he's really putting the heat on her. And man, she drops out of Congress like that fast. Scott Jennings is right that it shows the power the president has got when he's able to do that. Very, very insightful, I think, on the part of Scott Jennings. Anyway, I was browsing along TikTok and those things jumped out to me. Also, Scott Bassett, you can did an interview with Breitbart. He did a lengthy sit-down interview with Breitbart. And Bassett said he was talking about his investment career and, he looked to people who are willing to change their minds. And he saw that in Donald Trump. And he said, policy is personnel. And when I saw what President Trump was doing, one of my biggest single trading game days was the 2016 victory. And he predicted that Trump would become president twice. And he said, I thought I would be a good match to be President Trump's Treasury Secretary or to just be part of his administration. So I went to him almost 3 years ago now and said, sir, I think you're going to win. I think it's going to be transformational. And I would like to be a part of the economics team. And he says, now this is within the last few years, he said he became MAGA a number of years earlier. He said he described attending a Hillary Clinton fundraiser ahead of the 2016 election. He said, I wanted to go and sit in the room and hear what they had to say. And I walked out of that meeting and I said, they're going to lose. That was the best research money I ever spent. So he went in, he listened to Hillary Clinton. And, I felt the same way as I watched those debates, the Trump-Clinton debate and all of that. And I mean, she had loser written. And I thought the same thing. This is why I think so many of us, thought the same thing when we Trump and Joe Biden and the fact that Biden won. I think this is the reason that so many of us still have difficulty with that. But I have come to a point now where I kind of believe that, you know what? I think the right thing happened. I think America needed to go through Joe Biden to understand how brilliant Donald Trump is. Now that's going to chaff some people when I say that. And that really doesn't bother me. But what Donald Trump does and is able to do, I think America really needed to go through Joe Biden to see the depths to which the Democratic Party would descend in order to have Trump come back and really, again, maybe we would disagree with the order of things that Trump has done, or I don't agree with Trump on everything. I really don't, but I certainly respect him. And I think he's got a lot of power and the ability that he has to move this country forward. His focus on our lives, on Main Street Americans, and what we're paying, and when we go into the grocery store, and when was the last time Donald Trump ever took his vehicle out to get gas? You know what I mean? You and I do all the time. Concerned about the price of gasoline, all of those kinds of things. That, I think, is Donald Trump's success. And we have seen that. I think he's had the second term, maybe is a little bit bumpier, but maybe it's just because the media hates him more. The more success that Donald Trump has, the more they hate him. It's just been absolutely incredible to watch that unfold. I'm going to leave it there for today. I'm going to ask a favor of you. Very, very few of you. For the life of me, I don't understand this. You watch every day, but man, you will not hit the like button. Somebody has got to explain that to me. In the comments section, I welcome your thoughts on it. A lot of you just will not hit the like button. And it's effortless. Man, I'm on Facebook and YouTube. I know how easy it is to hit And very, 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 very few people will hit the like button or respond or comment. I want to pull you in and I want to make you a part of our team. I really appreciate you being here and following what we're doing. I'm really grateful for all of you. If you would just do me a favor and hit the like button or become a subscriber. Our number of YouTube subscribers is up. I'm shooting for 500. I think we were at 488 when I checked just prior to this. So we were at 488. Become a subscriber on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, hit the subscribe button. Even if you don't watch, you don't have to watch every video. It's just a subscribe button. Lets you know when we're on and so on. Please do that, because when you do that, then the algorithms, the higher the number of subscribers, it changes how the algorithm looks at those things and makes it available then for other like-minded people who might be a part of what we're doing. So hitting the like button, subscribing on YouTube. These things are really, really important, but man, it's like, and I don't know why so few people will do it, but it really makes a difference. So if you could do anything for me this Thanksgiving, that'd be it. Remind you, no Greg Belfrage show and no fourth hour on Thursday and Friday this week, but I'll be back on Monday. And let's leave it there for now. You have made it to the end of the video. So you are part of my gallery of champions. Special salute to the Bunker Brigade. Those of you who are here almost each and every day, some of you, God bless you. Because I see your comments and I see your names, and I'm just really grateful for all of you. So let's leave it there until tomorrow. My friend, I'm underground and gone.